Hello and welcome to episode 58 of VocTerGaming. I'm your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are here with a one-off game to round the week off between two absolutely excellent up-and-coming players. First of all, we have our blue Zerg. He is IMJunwi. And over in the east, we have our red Protoss. He is NSHoSeoSage. This is going to be fun. NSHoSeoSage. For those of you who don't follow, the GSL, the Global StarCraft 2 League, out in Korea, did a team league. They did small ones, but they've just recently done a 3-month-long team league. And NSHoSo were one of the new teams in it. No one had ever really heard of them before. They were full of players like Sculp and Seal and Sage, people who had S's in their names, but no one knew who they were. No one had ever heard of these guys before. Sage is a beast. He is unreal, the kind of stuff this guy was doing in the team league. So I'm really excited to watch this today and see what's happening. I'm getting a lot of slowdown, by the way, on this. This is slightly annoying me. I may have to re-record this video, but hopefully not, because I'm really lazy and I have a lot of work to do today. But over here we have IMJunwi. IMJunwi, of course, not the greatest Zerg in the world, not even the greatest Zerg on IM, because, unfortunately for him, there is IMNest, the single greatest Zerg in the history of the world. Quite potentially the single greatest player in the history of the world, along with the likes of Slayer's Boxer and IMMVP. As well as that, he has IMLoshera on his team, who is also an excellent Zerg, a previous finalist to the GSL. So really what I'm trying to get across is, you know, this guy, he knows how to play Zerg. He has, you know, incredible teammates. So this is going to be really interesting to see how these two players, these two up-and-coming players, both with very individual styles, how they match up against one another. Now, as we see, Sage here is going Gate Core, which is pretty much the standard opening. Sentry, and not getting the first Zealot out, that's fine. He's not being 6-pulled, so you don't need that first Zealot. This Sloverlord is coming in. Just going to see everything here, because there are no Stalkers anywhere to shoot it down. In the base of Junwi, we have the spawning pool researching Zergling speed. And we just have the usual 4 Zerglings for a little bit of map control. Junwi knows all about this now. First Stalker is being produced. That will get rid of this Sloverlord, assuming he does not manage to float his way out of the base before then. Probe here is being chased by one Ling. Always a good idea to just have a Ling follow it, just to make sure he's not planting any sneaky pylons around. And now we see Junwi expanding slightly later than expected, but it's still a fairly decently timed expansion. Ling in the base as well of Sage, so he knows exactly what's going on. The Stalker is now out, so he can shut that down. Nothing tricksy going on here. Just the standard Protoss opening. 1 gate core. Interesting to see whether he chooses to go 1 gate expand, 3 gate robo, 4 gate attack, or what. Sage is the kind of player who can really do any of these things. It looks like he's going for the 1 gate expand. I like that. It's a really good way to keep up with Zerg. You have to be very good in your use of sentries though to protect it, because it's very easy for Junwi to just pump out a bunch of Zerglings and completely overwhelm. But this is nice placement on the forge there. Not the forge, on the pylon. Sorry. Brain die. Early morning. Okay, this hatchery is finishing. This queen is here, ready for it. She wants to inject some lava. And there she goes. Gonna pump out drones, I would imagine, to make the best use of the double hatchery. And here we are, transferring mainoting drones down to the minerals. My computer is still being slightly laggy. This is not so good, but we will deal with that. If need be, I will commentate in slow motion. Trust me. Okay, things are happening in Junwi's base. Things such as a roach warren, a second gas, and a lair. So Junwi, it looks like he's going to tech, he's going to push with roaches, and potentially is going to drop a spire and go roach muter, which is something I've not seen for a while. Interesting going for the roach warren. I'd have expected an infestation pit from him more, but as I said, Junwi has a very individualistic style, so it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens. As we see, Sage is pretty much just producing sentries right now from his one gateway. 3 more gateways now up, turning into warp gates. That's going to help him get out some defensive forces. And of course, we have a forge going down here to create just a smaller area for the Zerg to traverse in. I like that. This is nicely defendable now. A couple of force fields across here and a force field here completely stops the Zerg from running by. So this is very, very nicely nice Sim City there for Sage. Moving out now with his sentries, wants to be just a bit careful. I like this, by the way. This is something I've not seen before. Destructible rocks on a Zelnaga watchtower, so you can take the rocks down to gain access to that. Very good for Terran players who want to set up siege lines across here, and to help defend, say, this gold here, the entrance to this base up here. Sage, it looks like he's going for a small push now. Now hopefully this is just a fake, as burrow and glial reconstitution is being done. But he is dropping the pylon, so it may be a slightly more serious attack. But what I'd like to see from a pro just now is just a push in here. If you can do a bit of damage and maybe, you know, kill a few drones, excellent. But if not, just back off. There is no worry. Oh, but he's going to walk right over these roaches. Oh, the roaches pop out. Oh, all the sentries will die now. Oh, nicely timed burrow there. Absolutely brilliant move by IMJunwi. Waiting until the units were completely above him to pop up behind and attack those sentries. Now, spawning in more stalkers and zealots to take down these roaches. That pylon will go down. Sage will have to go home. Oh, that was nearly absolutely devastating. It already hurt Sage. You do not want to lose sentries like that. But could have lost a hell of a lot more if he wasn't careful. We have photon cannons now going down at home to protect the mineral line here, along with a robo facility, so possibly going to transition into a Colossus move. I imagine the first thing though will be observers to stop this this annoying burrow habit that roaches have. Now we have ground armor level 1 going. We have ground weapons level 2 is already finished. A spire is halfway done for IMJunwi, but a Twilight Council now is going up for Sage. It could be for Blink, could be for Templar. Personally, I'd like to see Blink. I'd like to see Blink to help counteract somewhat the burrow here. And an observer is now on its way. But another zealot is going. This is a big push from the roaches. Perhaps moving slightly too far forward there. Killing a few zealots, but nice force fields here from Sage. Gonna push the roaches back. The force fields meant the roaches could not engage properly. They can only engage a few at a time, so that Sage could focus his fire. And now that there is an observer here, that push is pretty much over, as he can no longer burrow to regen health. And now we have 6 meters coming. 6 meters, and interestingly, 5 spine crawlers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spine crawlers. And Blink is on its way, as predicted. Blink and 2 more gateways coming in, making a nice little T of gateways here. And we have Zerg Flyer Attacks level 1 on its way already, before the meters are even popping out, as they are all just kind of finishing now. And an Overseer as well, to help him snipe down those observers. But look at this, we have a hatchery right down at the south here from Junwi. I like this. It's not going to be defensible, but there is no way that Sage is going to go down here and check it without. He would need incredible star sense. And now we have a flock of muters here. 8 mutalisks moving towards Sage's base 2 more following from behind, and now ground weapons level 2 is on its way, along with 3 more mutalisks and another queen. The queen, I imagine, will be down here. We have an overlord dropping creep here just to stop Sage expanding to it, and now Sage is pushing out again. He will catch these roaches. Misses the changeling there. Interesting. What will it see? If we look at the base, we see he sees the forge, he sees the cannons, he sees everything in here. Oh, that is a wonderfully timed changeling. Sees absolutely everything. In fact, he's going to come right up into the base. Sees the probes transferring down as well, away from the mutas, so he knows everything that's going on. Right now, the mutas are attacking this hub, but as well, we have stalkers attacking into this spinecrawler line. This is not going well for Sage. Sage is going to lose all these stalkers and in fact loses his base. Oh, Sage just GG's out. What an unexpected ending to this game. Oh, I did not expect that at all. He was just caught completely off guard by the mutalisks attacking into his base, meaning he was going to lose everything here, and his stalkers could not penetrate the spinecrawler defense, not with 2 more going down as well, and a bunch of speedlings and roaches to defend. Well, what a game. I did not expect it to end that way. I was caught completely unawares there. I thought we were heading into a really long game there, but Junwi just took it by the horns. Okay. Before I finish, just quick announcements. EGL4, London, 29th and 30th of October at the Emirates Stadium. Go to that. Nutcase, twitch.tv/8_bit. Check it out. SC2UKOpen.hostei.com. Sign up for week 9, sign up for week 10 when that comes out. £10 prize pool, but it's a good laugh. And, you know, it's a good way to get a feel for how tournaments work online. And it's a good way to meet up with other UK guys as well. Also, MLG Finals start today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be insane. Sunday, we are having a barcraft at the Kyoto Lounge in Manchester. That is going to be excellent. So please come down if you can. If you're in the vicinity of Manchester, check it out. There's other barcrafts going on. London, Swansea, Edinburgh, Leeds I think is happening. Check it out, get down and enjoy yourselves. Have a beer, watch some StarCraft, make some friends and help the UK scene to grow. Thank you very much for watching this week's videos. I will be back next week and I hope you will be too.